Greg Reitz Real Estate Team. Corbin, let's make sure that we are not on mute. You can hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
All right. So we've got Corbin Claypool in the house and Greg Reitz Real Estate Team. And we've got a market update. We do this at least once every 3 weeks to once a month for you, the public, to keep you in the knowledge.
Absolutely.
So yeah, let's get this going here, Corbin. What is the market update?
Yeah, so I'll start with the loan side.
Claypool.
Yep, I'll start with the loan side because things have changed a lot in the last week. I think the motive that I'm telling everybody right now, or the motto, is just basically be patient and wait. I personally believe the market will return back. I think that our rates are going to continue to trend up over the long haul. I just can't see. We had a pretty big fluctuation where the market really took a bad turn on us yesterday. And the pricing is still amazing, right? Because rates are at all-time lows. So instead of a 2.875, maybe you're getting a low 3% rate or something to that nature. But I do think that the market is going to return here, hopefully within the coming weeks. And a lot of the professionals in the industry, like Barry Habib and people of that stature who follow these things very, very intensely, do think that the market is going to return. We did see one decent pricing adjustment today. I saw Flagstar, a lender that we are partnered with. They had a pricing improvement, and that's probably due to the stock market today. The stock market was down. It's not an exact correlation, but I think the stock market coming down actually helps the rates a little bit, but kind of just gives you an idea. It doesn't necessarily mean it's tick for tack, but that's kind of where we're at. So as far as the rates, guys, the rates are a little bit higher than they were a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. And over the long haul, over the next year and a half with a new administration, I do think that the rates, they're going to go up. And this is what I've been telling people is you guys were kind of given, everybody was basically given a gift to basically get such a low interest rate on their mortgage that, basically it was a gift. And that gift is going to go away here probably in the next year and a half or so. I don't think that the rates are going to be, super high. I just don't think we're going to see them in the 2s and even sometimes on a 15-year, depending on the scenario in the day. I mean, I even saw a couple rates that were like 1.875, which was just outrageous. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. I think the market's going to return. So I think we just all kind of need to sit tight. If you're doing a purchase, though, you got to stay in your contract time. So if your loan is not locked, then you may need to consult with your loan officer about potentially locking in your rate and taking a little bit of a higher rate, or if you really want that lower rate, talking about a buy down and seeing if that financially makes sense for you in the long term, because you definitely don't want to start going over your close of escrow dates for your rate. Okay, now you're putting your deposit at risk, you're putting money that you've spent at risk, you're putting the sellers in a bad place that could or could not be moving somewhere else. So it's just really not fair to all parties. And unfortunately, this is the truth of it. And it's not fun to talk about it, right? Because, of course, we want to get our clients the absolute best rates, but it's just kind of the nature of the beast and the times that we're in right now.
Oh, what a great explanation on that. Yeah. So what are we looking at, let's say, for a basic FHA with a good credit score, and then the conventional and the VA, the top 3 type of loans? Corb, what are you looking at on an FHA right now with some of your rates?
I actually just priced one out. I'll give you this scenario. Very odd pricing that I'm noticing on some of these FHA loans. Lenders, I feel like, don't know what quite to do right now because they don't want to put themselves in a spot where they put the rate so high that people EPO them and refinance in 6 months, right? But they also don't want to go low because of the market. So it's kind of like I noticed I had a 660 credit score FHA that we're submitting today, and it was at a 3.25, but the buyer, this is the weird part. This is why I say it was weird. The buyer was getting back $4,000 in lender credits. So they were getting lender credits back, which is good. But then you go to the 3.25 which is literally an 1/8% difference. And the 3.25, that rate was $1,000 cost, which is just absurd to me that it was.
So then we're able to, if buyers need in many cases or some cases, if buyers need closing costs to close the transaction and the seller didn't want to help, then you could possibly adjust the rate up and have the bank cover a few $1,000s of the closing costs.
Absolutely. Right? Yeah, we do that all the time. So
yeah, I know that.
When we're talking about a 3.25% rate, we're still talking about an amazing interest rate.
Absolutely. And a lot of the public, the normal public doesn't realize as a lender, you can do that for them. And then I can help facilitate them to get them pre-approved through you to go find them a home and help with their closing costs. Me and you have that helpful plan to help these people. So buyers out there, you just heard that, give us a call. We'll help you get those closing costs paid, even when the seller doesn't want to, and get you covered to close this transaction. So, and take advantage of those low rates today, right, Corbin? So that was a good breakdown, analogy of everything that's going on.
And then let me kind of jump into the conventional rates here, so we know that. So FHA 660 credit, it was in the low 3s with a large credit back. And I say that the lenders don't want to get EPO'd because when you see them very particular on their pricing, I think it has to do with statistically, they say, okay, if we price it at this price, it's most likely not going to get refied. If we go higher, it may get refied. If we go lower, it's too high of cost for us. So they find that happy medium. Conventional loans right now, you're probably going to be, honestly, I've seen some, even if you're a low down payment conventional loan, you're going to be in the low 3s. It's just kind of the nature of the beast right now. You're going to be 3.
That's awesome. And they're usually, but the last 10 years, they've been between 4 and 5.5.
Exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, I remember when I first got into this industry, Greg, I was doing, refis and things at that time, and people were stoked about getting like a 4.5% rate. They're like, 4.5%? Wow. So right. It's all perception. And at the end of the day, guys, the interest, I mean, you talk with your CPA, but that part can help on your taxes as a write-off. So if you're paying more interest, that does, it's obviously not the most preferred thing. However, you are going to get that back in some sense at the end of the year with your CPA. So confirm that with your CPA. And then the long-term wealth generation of real estate, right? It's not wait and buy. It's buy and then wait. Buy your home, even if the rates are up. Stay in the home long-term and watch your family acquire long-term wealth. The average family that owns a home is like 60 or 70% more wealthy than the family that doesn't own a home. And that's regardless of the interest rates. So, I mean, that's even when people are buying homes at 5%, 6% interest rate. Those families were still statistically wealthier than the family that's paying rent. Because when you're paying rent, you're paying somebody else's mortgage.
Oh, I love it. And let me take a 30, 60 second on the end of that. You're right. We have some buyers, a few of them, not many, but some are saying they're being hesitant now. Well, the prices are up for a buyer. They're a little bit high, they feel. The rates are low. And they think, well, I might just wait for the prices to drop. That means the cost of the home going down or the real estate property going down. But at the same time, we've seen a little bit of movement in the rates. Okay. So let's say, hypothetical situation that we see happen all too often. Let's say the rates are at 3% right now, right? Take that number, average number, and they go up to, let's say, 3.5 or 4 in a year. And the prices drop, let's say, 7%. They're not going to drop that much. They're going to correct maybe a little bit, but it won't be very much. So that little bit you're getting off the price. So let's take a $350,000 home. By the way, the average home price right now is $352,000, down from $356,000 30 days ago. Okay. Prices have dropped $4 per square, $4,000 on an average home in Fresno at $356,000 to $352,000. That's not much. However, what happened? The rates just went up a little bit. So now you're paying the same mortgage. You're probably paying more or the same. So you have to be careful with this, buyers. You're wanting to wait. Hopefully the market drops, corrects, because things that go up go down a little bit. But that you're going to probably pay more with the adjusted interest rate if you're not careful. So buy now. quit paying rent. And you got to think of another thing, buyers. Think about this. You're playing with the interest rates. Prices are going to go down, correct? Maybe a little bit, not that much. Number one. Number two, interest rates will eventually go up at some point. They can't stay around 2.5 to 3 forever, right, Corbin? I mean, that's a gimme present.
It's not. I mean, I feel like in 2 years. Sorry, Greg.
How many months,
2 years, we're gonna be looking back, kind of how similar to people that have been doing this a really long time. They say, "Oh yeah, interest rates used to be at 12%." We're going to be looking back and saying interest rates used to be at 2%.
2%, right?
I just don't see it staying like that forever. It's not sustainable.
And here's another truth equation. I call it the truth equation to get buyers off the fence and not have to pay more for a monthly payment, because that's all that really matters, the monthly payment. At the end of the day, if they wait another year hoping that price is correct and interest rates stay low, which be careful now. If that happens, okay, they're going to put another 12 months of rent away. Let's say they're paying $1,500 a month for rent times 12 months. That's $18,000 they just paid for their landlord's property. Okay, they could have used that towards a buy down and owning a home and getting all the tax benefits of it. A huge break. Okay, and buyers, you get about, I'm not a tax professional, but I can tell you what my tax people tell me. It's about a 30 to 33% on every dollar you pay into your mortgage, you'll get back on taxes done right. That's 30 cents on the dollar. So at 18,000, that's about about $5,500 back, for tax benefits. So it's huge, buyers, to buy now, quit paying that mortgage for the other guy. I have rentals and I say that. So obviously I believe in that, because you know why? We care about people. We want you to know the truth. Be transparent, right, Corbin?
Absolutely.
Hey, by the way, your haircut looks good. It looks, mine looks all right. I got a new haircut too. See?
Yeah, there you go. I'm keeping it short now, man.
I keep mine real short.
Yeah, but another thing too, and you talked about this, you hit on it, and I saw other people talking about this too that are really true professionals in the market, meaning they've studied this stuff. This is their job. They research this stuff. Guys, when home prices decrease, interest rates go up. That's 90% of the time. That's the nature of the beast. So it's not like you're going to get a lower home on a lower payment. You're going to have that home, and maybe it's on the same payment, or maybe it's even worse because the interest rates are higher. So just keep that in mind, that it doesn't necessarily mean that because the home prices drop, which we don't even know if that's going to happen, right? Inventory is so low right now. There's a lot of buyers, guys. The moment if we start getting more listings, it just means that there's going to be more escrows, because there's so many buyers. I'm pre-approving, 20, 30 buyers maybe a week, right?
Yeah.
Or 15, 20 buyers a week. And so the market is still there. People are wanting to buy homes. People are motivated to buy. There's just not as many listings. So let's say that we do start getting more listings. It doesn't necessarily mean the prices are going to go down a whole ton when you have all the buyers to buy those listings, right?
Yeah. So, and that's leading me. I'm going to go ahead and finish up there, and then I'll take over. I'm going to give a 5-minute analysis. I'm going to talk about inventory and all of that right now.
Yeah, I guess, you're definitely going to hit on that. I just think that basically don't focus too much on the value. When you buy a home, focus on the long-term, tax benefits, the long-term wealth generation, holding the property. Yeah, if you're trying to buy and you're going to sell a property in 6 months or a year, you're going to lose your money doing that. That's the nature of it. You're going to buy a property and you're going to sit in it for 5, 6, 7, 8 years before you upgrade to the next property. You're most likely going to get it taken care of. So
absolutely. Okay. That was a very professional. That's CORBIN Claypool Group NEXA Mortgage out of the Central Valley, Fresno, Clovis, California, with great information there. And Greg Reitz Real Estate Team, and I got the real estate report. Are you good for me to go, Corbin?
Absolutely, brother. Go. Yep.
Most of it ties right into what you're saying. Now, public, I got to have the notes in my hand here, because there's a few stats and I can't possibly memorize everything. Okay, so Now I'm going back from year to year. Okay, from January 21 to January 20, go back 12 months on all these reports. Okay, in January 2020, we had 895 homes on the market, and we sold 749. Now we have 854 on the market here in no, excuse me, we had 1,971 homes. I got to stand corrected. 1,971 homes on the market in 2020, and we have 854 on the market now. So that's half of what we used to have, less than half. We have sold 703 of those, 798 of those 854. Okay, and the prices have dropped from $356,000 per home to $352,000. So $4,000 price drop on a $350,000 home. So about 1%. Okay, in the last 60 days. Not that big of a deal. Right now on market. Price per square foot. People are always worried about the price per square foot. Buyers want to know, how much am I paying? So in the last 5 months, from September to January, we've been floating between $184 a square foot to $193. In December, we're at $193 a foot. This month, 30 days later, we're at $192 a square foot. A 0.5% difference in price per square foot. So that's it. That's important. It's I call it a stabilized market now. Very stabilized. Okay. The days on the market. We have 20. That means the days on the market public means how long from the time I list my home does it get an accepted offer in escrow and have a transaction. The average time is 29 days. 29 days. And going back to January of 2020, 1 year, it was 53 days on the market. 53 days on the market, then 29 now. So about 40% quicker sell time. 29 days on the market now, a year January 2020, 53 days on the market. Average price was $356,000 in the beginning of December 2020, about 45 to 60 days ago, and now we're at 352, a $4,000 drop on a $356,000 home, or about 1%. Okay, that gives you an indication that the market is stabilized and looking strong for both sellers and buyers. Next thing we come to is month of inventory, meaning if we didn't list another home today, how long would it take for our inventory to be 100% depleted, not one listing on the market in Fresno County? It was a year ago, 2.6 months. Let me explain it this way. When you have inventory from 1 to 3 months, especially 1 to 2 months, it's a seller's market. Okay, 3 months to 6 months is a stabilized normal real estate market, good for sellers and buyers both. And over 6 months, it's a buyer's market, foreclosure market, things like that. So a year ago, we had 2.6 months of inventory. Very stabilized average market for sellers and buyers. Still a little bit of a benefit to the sellers. Now we have 1.1 months. So less than half the inventory we'd sell in 1.1 months, we'd be out of inventory, about 33 days. And in December, we had 0.9 months. So we know that 2/10 of a month now, inventory is now taking a little bit longer, which is good. That's telling me again of a stabilized market that we're in and getting more so. So a little bit more inventory is coming. Again, it already has. We have 854 units this month. Okay. And we have a little bit more standing inventory. That's up a few dozen properties on the market. Not a huge difference, but a little bit more inventory. And we should see a little bit more inventory come little by little as we go along. Not enough to really make a difference because we have enough buyers to take them. Let me explain that. So 854 units and 798 sold in the same 30 days. 30 days. So give it 60 days and it's way over the inventory that we have. Right. So it's a good stabilized market. The prices are great. and definitely the right time to sell and buy. And we always like to impress, right, Corbin? It's a good market for a seller because he's getting good price for their home right now with the aggressive buyers. And buyers are winning because of the low interest rates and the prices have stabilized. Would you think? Would you agree?
I would agree. Yeah, I would agree that the rates are still very low. So, yep.
All right. Well, that's a great market update. Anything you want to finish up with?
No, man, I think we hit it all. I think it was really solid. I think we got a good update on the properties and a good update on the rates. And
all right.
The only thing I would say is if anybody has questions, leave it in the comments and Greg and I will respond and we'll answer and we'll take care of you.
Absolutely. And Corbin, get your contact information, phone number, and website to get to if they have questions about mortgage or.
Yep. So I just got a new local area code number. It's been a long time coming. So let me look at it real quick because I forget, with a new number. I believe it's 559-313-5819. 559-313-5819.
You got it. And Corbin, what is the website? Or
website, you can just go to CORBINCLAYPOOL.com.
CORBINCLAYPOOL.com. And as always, sellers, buyers, investors, gives either one of us a call. If you want to get a hold of Greg Reitz on the real estate side, it's gregreitz.com. You can call and text me at 559-260-1777, 559-260-1777, the Greg Reitz Real Estate Team. We look forward to helping buyers, sellers, and investors. We have the home here and the loan, me and Corbin.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. Let's have a great day.
Thanks for having me on, man. I think this was a good market update to have with the change that we're having right now because I think for a while there we had it wasn't a bad market. It was just kind of the same, right? Rates were staying low. Nothing was really moving. A lot of buyers. Now we're seeing rates go up. And I think it's going to be important to have these market updates so that people can see what's
at least every 3 to 4 weeks, right?
Absolutely. So yeah, guys, stay tuned. Make sure you guys watch what's going on so you know what's going on with your real estate, your purchase, and everything else.
All right, and agents, if you're considering joining and want more information on EXP, shoot it at me, gregreitz.com or 559-260-1777. Love to help you. And Corbin always loves those lenders, those loan officers to help them get them going in the right path. All right.
Absolutely. And I'm coaching loan officers as well, taking them from 0 to 10 to 15 loans a month. So be happy to have you guys.
We just put on 2 real estate people, one a medium producer and one brand new who's already killing it, Jose and Barra, and they're doing great. They love the training, the money they get to keep in their pocket, and the opportunities we have here. So, and you got the same program over in NEXA, man.
Absolutely.
We love coaching people, don't we, Corb? I love to see people turn successful. It's awesome.
Yeah. There's yep. I love that.
You have a great day. Talk to you soon.
Appreciate it.
Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.